A very important point for us to recognize is that only a minority, a small minority of child soldiers, even in atrocity-producing conflicts, actually engage or are implicated in the commission of acts of atrocity, like war crimes or crimes against humanity. As a result, media images of child soldiers as robots programmed to kill by malevolent commanders are true in some instances, but are not generalizable. They're not true in all instances, and they may not even be true in most instances. After conflict, however, a very pressing question remains. What do we do with the child, namely the person under the age of 18 at the time, who committed acts of genocide, crimes against humanity, or war crimes, who raped, tortured, amputated, and killed people? What do we do? The push by the United Nations and other actors to insulate and protect child soldiers from criminal trials, and the deployment of the image of the child soldier as a faultless passive victim in order to achieve this protection has, I argued, overshot its mark. It's gone too far. And what it's done is it has isolated child soldiers from other forms of justice, restorative justice, rehabilitative justice, such as truth commissions, such as traditional reintegration ceremonies, such as community service, such as the conversations that have to happen as part of post-conflict reconciliation between the victim that victimizes others and the victims of the acts of the child soldier. Victims that I have encountered find it difficult to accept that a perpetrator 3 days under the age of 18 is freed of responsibility, but a perpetrator 3 days over the age of 18 is entirely responsible. When international law draws these bright lines, it accords excessive protection to those under the line, and it comes down very hard on those over the line. Years ago, I worked as a public defender in Rwanda, in the Rwandan jails, and I represented individuals accused of genocide. Among my clients, I had 250 clients, and among them, I had a number of persons under the age of 18. At that time, Rwanda had an age of 14 as the age of criminal responsibility for genocide. And among my clients who were between the ages of 14, 15, 16, 17 on the one hand, and 18, 19, 20, and 21 on the other hand, I didn't find an amazingly stark difference. But yet, international law increasingly is moving towards this stark difference. And I understand why international law is doing it. But at the end of the day, I think we need to have a more humanistic and realistic perspective